everyone, welcome to the Final Cut. So glad you could join us. Yes, shark horror is on, well, shark thriller. I wouldn't say horror really, but thriller with the form of Into the Deep from director Christian Sesma. And here we have the story of Cassidy Branham, who suffered a very tragic moment in her young childhood, seeing her father attacked by a shark quite viciously in front of her eyes. Yet she decides to go into marine biology and try to conquer her fear over these man-eating machines. Well, while they're on a treasure dive at a wreck, they come across some nasty pirates who want her to go down and retrieve some of their merchandise that happened to be dumped in the ocean. Unfortunately, there are some sharks in the area that are hungry and looking to devour anything that's in the water. And so we see how Cassidy has to try to appease the bad guys while also avoid being eaten by the great white sharks. And that's the story. Into the Deep is a rocky film because while it features sharks, the sharks are and they are a constant threat in the water. It's the people above the water that end up being more of the threat, and that's where more of your tension comes into. Scout Taylor Compton playing Cassidy Branham, and I liked this character quite a bit, though they do get her a little bit of a damsel in distress at points. Not so much. She still stays a fairly strong character, a smart character. I loved her scenes with the bad guy, Jordan Devane, played by John Cena. These two really played off each other well, and they have this kind of battle of wits of sorts between them, and I enjoyed that. Those are some of my favorite scenes in this film when that happened. We get flashback scenes with a young Cassidy, and her grandfather is played by Richard Dreyfuss, Seamus, who unfortunately Richard seems to not be putting his all into this performance with his character. I mean, he does bring a little bit of, a character to it where he's not just reading off the lines, but at the same time, it is not one of his better showings in a film. But it was fun to see him in here, especially in a film that is related to sharks. Then we also have a character, Nancy Campbell, in here, played by Anna Marie Damara. I enjoyed her character as well when she is on screen, but it really boils down to kind of this cat and mouse between Jordan Devane and Cassidy Branham and the sharks. Now, the sharks, in certain scenes, the sharks looked okay. I think they were using kind of stock footage of that, but we do get bad CGI sharks in here. They look better than many of the other CGI sharks we've seen in some indie films, but it still is a little rough in here, and I wish they maybe would have handled those scenes a little bit differently. I know that's on the cover, and that's the point, is those sharks in the water creating that tension, but at the same time it does show its budget a bit, and it does take away a bit from some of the tension with the scenes, because it is obvious those sharks are CGI and not the greatest looking, sharpest looking CGI sharks. So, and then at the end, we do get, during the credits, Richard Dreyfuss talking about trying to preserve sharks and how they're being hunted for their fins and how we need to protect them and all, which is an odd thing to do for a film that shows sharks attacking people. Now, I understand the people are in their environment and that's what they're kind of going for, but at the same time, these sharks seem to kind of attack fairly unprovoked. And so it's just weird to have that message at the end during the credits when you've just been watching these sharks attack the people. So, yeah, it's a mixed bag with Into the Deep. I get what they're going for. There are some tension-filled moments there. Scout Taylor Compton really gets to have a few badass moments in here, but at the same time, it is a direct-to-video film, and it does feel like that here. So So there you have it, folks. If you've seen Into the Deep, love to hear your thoughts on this uneven type of shark film. And yeah, always love constructive comments. Like, subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here on YouTube. Help us to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It is a bit slow going, but we can do it with your support and help. So I thank you very much. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.